You're watching Coaching After Dark with Auntie Isha, CA, Reese, and Coach Kim. We're the morning show for night shifters. Hey, night shifters. Hey, night shifters. Welcome back to Coaching After Dark with Coach Kim and Friends, the morning show for night shifters. Welcome to our YouTube viewers. We are currently streaming live. So those of you that are on YouTube, you're watching us live. So be prepared for all of the shenanigans, all of the errors, and everything else, like what you just saw for the past 10 minutes. Those that are catching us on the Lit TV network, Tuesdays at 9. This is, of course, edited and made professional for the network. So you're kind of missing out a little bit.
A little bit.
No doubt, a little bit.
So tonight's show, I thought we would take it back to the old school, back to the days when we used to just get on the mic and talk.
Okay.
Where we are today. But before we do all of that, of course, we have to have CA's word of the day.
Dun, dun, dun. What up, y'all? The word of the day, and I don't think I've used it before because I don't want to, there's so many words out there. I shouldn't have to recycle anything, but.
So smart, y'all. He's so smart.
This one over here. Reciprocate.
Okay.
I haven't used that right. Not yet, have I?
I don't think so.
Okay.
We've used words that sound like that, but not actually reciprocate.
Okay, yeah. So reciprocate is the word of the day. And if you don't know, basically means to give back, return, as a favor, it's a give and take type of thing. If I'm giving you a lot of energy, I want you to give that same energy back to me,
Oh.
Yes.
Good energy, that is. Good energy.
Yes.
Clarify that, because the way these things days.
Yeah, good energy.
Reciprocate.
Before we really jump into a couple of issues that I wanted us to just discuss amongst ourselves, kitchen table talk, you know how family do.
Yeah, lady.
I sent Isha something. I don't know if she had time because she's had such a busy week. But I saw an article that said AI is putting psychics out of business.
Psychics?
Psychics. Didn't they see that coming?
Oh, man.
Okay, Cleo.
I'm being programmed to tell the future, and they're supposedly doing better than actual human psychics. So AI is putting a lot of tarot readers out of business.
Oh.
Did you get a chance to read the article, Isha?
I did not get a chance to read the article, but when I saw the headline, I thought to myself, well, it's kind of been happening for a while. I don't know if you've ever gone online and looked up a tarot card reading. You can go on a computer website and just like tap a card and it'll shuffle for you and give you a spread.
Oh,
you can
really?
do that yourself. Yeah, that's been around for years now, even before AI. So it's gradually been coming. And I mean, astrology software is always kind of been out there and it's getting better and better every year. And I mean, at the end of the day, if you want a cookie cutter, quick type of spiritual encounter, that's what you're going to attract.
Right. I feel like a lot of this stuff is algorithm. I'm sorry, I was going to say algorithm because, when you're putting all your information into computers these days, you got your birthday, where you grew up, which part of the city you from, you're putting all your stuff out there. So they're getting all your information. So it makes it a lot easier to read your habits, your hobbies, things you're into, stuff you don't like,
Yeah. So AI is going to give you that quick cookie cutter spiritualism that maybe you need to just get through the day. But when you really hurting,
come see your girl.
And when you got some real shadow work you want to deal with, some real trauma that you want to heal, and you want a real experience with spirit, I'm still available.
There you go. You're still alive and kicking.
I'm around.
Right on.
I just thought
she likes the music that is streaming now. But she said I'm still that cassette tape. I'm still that 45 album.
Yes, I'm available.
I went to a that's my way of blurring out and not giving nobody free advertisement. I went to burger restaurant the other day.
Okay.
And in the drive-through, it was so AI. It was like completely AI, and there was like one person working in the little restaurant area that was just giving the drinks and the food. I was like, wow, this is what we
cut down on them, saving dollars. Well, so they think anyway.
Exactly.
For our kids and their options for jobs in the future, if it's not IT.
Construction, plumbing, all those jobs, manual labor that people that don't want to do, they'll still be around.
All of those paid jobs that they took out of high schools that used to be in high school.
Right. Used to have shop class.
Yeah. And I mean, and it's going to be a lot of new opportunity in technology. So even for kids who didn't think they wanted to do technology, that's going to be the new shift. So this is how I feel. There is nothing new under the sun. I know it seems like it's so new and it's all brand new, but I really don't feel like nothing new is under the sun. We're just doing one big loop around. You know how I remember growing up and my parents used to say there was a delivery guy that used to bring them their groceries. Mm-hmm. We didn't experience that. And now look, what's happening again. Delivery and grocery. It's just one big continuous loop. So
you're right.
Yeah.
And then it's just you gotta learn it. I don't know. Have you ever seen Hidden Figures?
I
need to watch that, but no.
What?
I don't like math, and that movie's about.
Oh my God. Moment of silence. Hold on. Okay.
Forgive us.
Anyway,
black card.
It's a point in the movie where they're trying to get away from the man hours that they're paying these women, majority Black women, but in general women. So they're the first people to start getting IBM computers. Now they got the computers. The computers can do the math. They had mathematicians there doing the math, doing the math. But now they got the computers. We don't need the people to do it. Well, guess what? Who's gonna program the computer? Damn, I need people. So, like you said, still don't need people. Just your job career may shift a little bit now. Where you thought you were gonna be, I don't know, a doctor or a fireman. Hey, I'm gonna be a programmer. I may not have the job the AI has, but I'm the one that's gonna program the AI. Mm-hmm. So ain't seen the movie. I'm so disappointed.
It's so disappointing.
Yeah, you gotta watch this movie.
I still gotta watch The Secretary. So
what? Oh my God!
I know. You told me like 2 years ago.
But see, if it ain't no scary man in it, I ain't watching it.
Okay, well, I'm gonna tell you, Jason Voorhees in Hidden Figures, he killing all the mathematicians, and they have to come up with an algorithm to save the world.
Oh my goodness. Well, as long as we're talking this before we go any further into the show, Isha, can we get the weekly reading, please?
Of course. Hey y'all, it's Auntie Isha here to do the weekly reading. So this week, my beautiful family, it is all about rest and restoring ourselves. We just went through a really, really big portal, that Lionsgate portal. We did our DNA just got a lot of work done on it. Consider it like spiritual ICU. You just went through a lot of different reconfiguring and readjustments. So this week, I need for you to rest and restore yourself. Go outside, go into nature, put your bare feet down into the dirt, stand under the sun, get some sunlight, and just rest. Don't overthink. Don't worry about starting anything new. Just rest. Your body, your spirit, your soul just did a lot of work for you.
Well, all righty then.
Right.
We're going to rest and take a break. We'll be right back, Night Shifters.
So you still refuse to call me by my married name?
I would never give up on you.
Don't you touch me. It was really nice hearing you say that. And now you popping up in my life talking about I'm coming for what's mine. Knowing you slept with me?
Hey, doctor!
Say no Alex wasn't before.
Is she like us, Alex? Alex, is she like us?
And welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. YouTubers, hello.
What up?
Hey,
What up?
y'all.
What we're talking about every Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We record the broadcast that you're seeing right now, and we go live on YouTube. So if you're on YouTube, check us out. You can chat with us live, have your input in the show, and you get to see all of the bloopers and the things that happen behind the scenes that get cut out of the actual episode. But for everyone watching us on the Lit TV network at 9 p.m. on Tuesday evenings, and again, that's Eastern Standard Time. So we just finished talking about AI taking over the psychic jobs, and we have CA's word of the day. Miss Reese is MIA. She called out. No. She's a no call, no show today, and we'll her. But we love you, Reese. We're gonna check on you as soon as this broadcast is over. So
Yes.
No doubt.
okay, you guys. So I wanted to ask, because I know we're all in committed relationships or married. What is the latest acceptable time for your partner to come home after a night out with friends?
Dun, dun, dun.
I don't know. I think it depends on the event.
Okay.
I think midnight is always a solid time, but if you went to a Beyonce concert, Prince concert, whatever, or anything like that is after parties or something like that, you might not get home to 2:00. But we know that beforehand. Hey, I'm going out with the girls. We're going to the concert after that. Probably get some food, whatever. Cool, gotcha. Have a good time. I mean, now if you come in here at 6 a.m, that's a whole other situation. But it depends on the event.
Okay.
Ooh, okay. Oh, this is a good one, Kim. So in my relationship, it's usually me who's staying out the latest.
It's usually you who's staying out.
It's usually me. Okay, I mean, and like CA said, it really depends, because if I do go out, I don't go out a lot. So when I do get an opportunity to go out, it's usually with a group of girls, and there's usually tequila and tarot cards.
Oh, and Vance already know.
He already know. Like, we ended up, if we have 6 girls sitting at the table, and that's 6 readings, and we're all reading each other, like, that thing can go on and on and on.
And then you throw tequila in the mix.
And then you throw tequila, it's like all of a sudden half of the table is like a tarot spread, and other half is shot glasses. So it's
So ain't no telling.
so it's like, yeah, I just hope that he trusts me, and he knows that I'm always coming home, and I'm not the type of person that will ever cheat on him. So I don't typically look at the clock and be like, well, I got to be home by a certain time. And
Right.
he's never expressed, his thing is always get home safe. His thing is always, if you need me to come pick you up,
Call
me. I'm your Superman. I'm coming to pick you up. But it's never been an issue with what time I come home.
Gotcha. Yeah,
And he's just at that age where he ain't staying that long, honey. It's like Applebee's.
Hey, pretty much. I mean,
yeah.
I'm in bed by 10.
Right.
First and foremost, I'm in bed by 10. And
Right.
so if I'm going out, best believe, hey man, only by 9:30, I'm like, hey man, I'm about to go head up out of here, bro. If it's the weekend, maybe midnight, but I'm heading on to the house.
Right.
Not because I'm trying to be right. It ain't even about me trying to be respectable, and I need to get home because I don't want the wife worry. It's because I'm tired.
I'm tired. Yeah.
I'm tired.
Yeah, I agree. Because even if I am going out with my girlfriend, that's something I planned like 3 weeks in advance. That ain't just no spontaneous Friday night.
Right.
Like that's on the calendar.
Indeed.
Yeah, I think the age I am. Matter of fact, one of my friends went to Beyonce last night. Speaking of Beyonce, she went to the Beyonce concert in Atlanta last night, and then she called me. It was about 11:45, close to noon, and I'm like, "Hey, girl." She's like, "Girl, I'm so like I'm not as young as I used to be."
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So, Coach Kim, what's your time?
She said, I'm grown. She said, I'm grown.
Yeah, well, I think a disrespectful hour would be like CA said, like 5, 6, anything after 3 to me is just disrespectful unless there's some kind of communication going on. But yeah, like depends on the event. But yeah, I can't imagine him staying out past midnight, past 11 actually, because I know he was
really.
Because I know at 11,
actually.
being home by 11, I'm like, where you at? Because you sleep.
Right. Because they, you used to tell us, hey, ain't nothing good happening after midnight. That's what they say. But I'm like, man, if, like I said, it depends on the event, where you at, if it's a party, is it some kind of little function, time can kind of get away with you. I know when, like, if I'm hanging with my cousin, like if he's in town, my brothers, or we haven't seen each other for a while, that's one of those times where nobody's looking at the clock. We just enjoying each other's company, catching up. You might look up, oh man, it's 3 a.m.
Right.
And we just been sitting, shooting the breeze, catching up. But that's not a daily or every weekend type of thing,
Yeah. And see, that's what I think is important. Is there a new pattern?
Right.
Like that's when I'm gonna start feeling some way. Now, if you this Friday, you told me you stayed out and you came home. It was 2:00 in the morning. I was like, I was cool with it. But then like every Friday now, all of a sudden,
that's a thing. Yeah,
it's a thing, and I'm like,
Yeah.
Completely.
They both of y'all boy them women, but yeah.
They don't even have to say anything else. He already knows. That's the hour right there. He's sitting there with the pot of grits by then.
Right.
Oh, not the Al Green
in
playing.
Facebook by 9, and hyped into everything.
Then followed you home and still in the house before you got there. Yeah.
Oh my God.
And by the time that next Friday comes, I'm gonna be like, oh, so where we going this Friday? Where we going? We go.
Right. Yeah, don't try to stay home.
I'm tired. I ain't going nowhere.
Nowhere.
Oh, got Al Green playing. My.
On the whole relationship thing, another thing I heard this week, I was watching. Do you guys watch the Miss Pat show? Anybody?
No. I know what you're
heard
talking
of
about.
it. It's on BET, right?
Yeah. So I
haven't watched it.
Good show, funny, real to life, everything. But in the season finale, Miss Pat was pregnant, and her husband was adamant that he wanted to keep the baby. She was adamant she did not because her career is taken off. And she went and got an abortion, even though he said he was against it. So it went off, of course, with the husband being completely fired up at the fact that she got an abortion without considering his feelings. And she's my body, my choice. So as a committed or married couple, what do you think about someone making such a huge decision without considering your feelings? Specifically something like abortion.
Who want to go first?
I'll
Well,
go.
say
That's a big deal.
Yeah.
I get it. At the end of the day, it's her body, her choice. She's the one that has to, carry the baby, deliver the baby. But I feel like you got to sit down and have that conversation and try to reach some kind of middle ground. Especially if you're trying to coexist, if this was a hookup and now you go on your way, you do whatever you want to do, but we're married, we're a union, we're a couple, and we got to come to a decision. And if she just went out and got it, even though I expressed how I felt about it, am I going to pack up and leave? Probably not. Am I going to be in my feelings for a while? Definitely. Then you got to think about, do we have kids together? Would this be my first child? Have I been trying to have a child? And, it's a lot of behind the scenes stuff, but I would feel some kind of way.
Yeah.
I wouldn't leave, but I would feel some kind of way.
So even though you wouldn't leave, could the relationship ever be repaired?
Maybe in time. But then that's a whole nother conversation about, do you value my opinion? Do you value me? Why would you go ahead and go through with it without really considering my feelings? If you love me, So I don't know.
Yeah.
You would hope it would have a hopeful outcome, but I don't know. That's a lot to deal with. I'm just speaking this from a man's point of view.
Right.
That's a lot to deal with, because I get it that we can't carry the child and everything, but you can't make it without us either. And the fact that I'm overjoyed, like, oh man, we're about to have a kid, I'm about to be a dad, and then I feel like you just take that away from me.
Yeah.
Mm.
What do you think, Isha? Like for me, I'm really torn. I guess being such an empath, I feel both sides. So I'm like, oh, that's tough. Personally, I don't know. Like, where is the compromise in that?
Yeah, there's no compromise. It's her body.
Mm-hmm.
We don't. You have no say in this, and I'm sorry that there are just some things that I know as a man, you feel like you should have the ability to have a say in everything.
No,
but
I can't tell her
nature
what to do
didn't
with a
give you
body.
this one.
Right.
Nature said no. And this one is all me. I am in complete control over this. So if I say no. And your feelings could never override my body. And that's something that I think that's something that men have to learn, that it's not about wanting the baby, it's about a control issue to me. This is something that you have to accept that you have no say in, especially when the whole world is telling you have a say in everything.
Control for who, though? Control for the woman?
Yes. That I really believe that's why the abortion issue is so big, because men are told from the time that they're little boys, you are the head of the house. You are the one that gets to tell them what to do. You are their protector. You are their guider. But nature said, this I have control over. And men are trying to create an external control, and you don't have it.
So what if the
Right.
woman mind the pregnancy and the labor part, she just doesn't want the baby?
She just doesn't what?
She just doesn't want the baby. Like pregnancy is no issue, labor is no issue. I don't, like she said, I don't mind, all of that. I love being pregnant. Labor is no problem there. I just don't want to start over and raise another child.
Yeah, and a lot of women go through that. A lot of women make the decision. And I mean, Miss Pat, if I remember, she's an older character, right?
She is.
Yeah, I can imagine a woman of her age saying, I just can't see this fitting into my life right now.
So
and
why
she makes the decision?
So why couldn't a compromise be for her to have the baby and he be responsible for raising it?
Because she didn't make that decision.
But I'm just saying, I'm not speaking specifically for Miss Pat. I'm saying, because you said there is no compromise.
No.
Why would a compromise be, okay, I will, just like a surrogate. Okay, I'll surrogate this baby for you, but you are going to raise it. You will be responsible.
We
Is that a
make
real
that
compromise,
contract with
though?
them all the time that they don't fulfill.
Huh?
Devil's advocate.
Oh, cause I was just like, is that a real compromise? Because then, as a guy, I'm just speaking, since I'm the only dude, I got to advocate for us. Now I would feel some kind of way. Okay, well, all right, I'll have the kid. We'll say whatever. You're gonna raise him, and now I'm raising this child in a household where I'm kind of getting the vibe from the mom that I really didn't want you. I really don't want to be around you. I don't want to deal with you. And I feel like down the road, that's going to be an issue, and I'm going to end up bouncing with the kid.
Yeah.
Because she doesn't love the kid anyway. And then the argument's going to come up. Well, I told you I ain't want to have a kid in the first place.
Yeah.
So that brings
now
me
we
down.
putting all this trauma on this poor kid.
Yeah. That didn't ask to be here.
So that goes back to the beginning then of there's no point in you being in your feelings about it if you know that it's going to result in that way if she has the baby.
Yeah, I mean, if that's going to be the outcome, yeah, I'm just saying I can only speak for me. So, for instance, we don't have any kids. Mm-hmm. We have our grandkids or whatever, but we don't have any kids together. So this would be my first child, our child together. And if she decided not to have it, I would feel some kind of way because I'm like, okay, we finally get a chance to have a kid or whatever, blah, blah, blah. But now you tell them you don't want it. And I do want it. That would be my issue. At the end of the day, yes, I know it's her body, her choice. And if she say no, then it is what it is. But I finally get that close to having it, but now I can't after all this time of trying to get it. So that's
You're watching Coaching After Dark with Auntie Isha, CA, Reese, and Coach Kim. We're the morning show for night shifters. Hey, night shifters.